Looks correct, I think. I've apparently forgotten everything that I set up yesterday. Okay, you guys can let me know if audio is coming through. It looks like it should. OBS is telling me the right things. There's a green bar. It's happy. Oh, there is a snowflake. By your name, no less. Pickle Dog speaks the truth. Audio sounds good. That's good. It is an Ikifu. It is also a Gemini Does Games. It is also a Pickle Dog. It is also a Lucyphonic 2014. Why did I pronounce Lucyphonic like it had a TH in it? I'm bad for those. Anyway, hello! Hello, everyone. I mean, EastEnders is important. I will understand if you need to catch up on that first. Maybe there's a bit more online chatter about that these days than water cooler talk, but I don't know anybody who still that. I may call you Lucy. I may get some enjoyment out of pronouncing Lucyphonic 2014 all the way. It's possible. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but good to know. I shall bear it in mind. All right. Yes, it is 7 minutes past 8 in the evening over here, Pickle Dog, as I'm sure you had to know. Hence the asking of question. So I don't think there's any housekeeping or anything that I need to go through. I mean, I could point towards all of the wonderful little linky things that are now directly below the stream, but that would basically be me showing off, so you know, I won't do that. That'd be very poor taste. Dance drink game. Yeah, it's I forgot that Tango has multiple facets to it, as happens in the English language. Tango refers in this case to Tango the adventure game, and Tango the adventure game refers specifically to the music of Tango. Mostly, maybe easier to explain going into the game. So, in fact, with no particular thing to communicate to the audience, maybe just get into it. Stop audio on. And it should show up on the stream momentarily. Except that means for a moment, not in a moment. So, yes, there we go. And let's touch on the loud side. It looks like it might still be on the loud side. There's no voice acting in this game, so it's only music that's going to be missed. That's a really annoying thing. To change the audio, I have to go out of the game, which cuts out the music, so I can't measure it up against my voice. So you folks will need to tell me if the audio is okay. Does momentarily really mean in a moment? Maybe I'm thinking of a different word, but I'm sure I've heard the opposite. So we have the usual beverage of choice. We have at least one person who's fine with the audio, so I don't think there's anything interesting in the... It's just made the sound effects a bit loud. Okay, maybe it doesn't update until I go back in again. That's a bit lazy, just reloading the main menu from scratch, including the opening transition. I'm afraid it's not original Iron Brew. It's, I mean, it's not sugar-free. There is still sugar in the recipe. It's just there's less of it now because we introduced sugar tax in Scotland, which means we pay more for sugary things. And it's a weird side effect. It's made Coca-Cola a little harder to get hold of, especially the way I get it is in like a 24 crate type of pack. And they're strangely hard to find now. Like, they don't get stocked as well as they used to. Well, in England as well. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know why I thought it was a Scottish thing, but okay, I was wrong. Yeah, so Iron Brew changed to a less sugar recipe, which is exactly the proper way to say that in English. Don't look it up. So yeah, if you have problems with aspartame, then that's in there now. Not much you can do about that, I'm afraid. Let's delve into this, shall we? I'm sure the Iron Brew talk will continue well into the night. But, oh, sorry, just one thing to do. Had to swap the chat over to the other side of the screen because... yes, because I couldn't read it. My webcam was in the way. Monitor's like right there, behind the cam. So yes. Yeah, I think Iron Brew is going to be cheaper than Coca-Cola because it has less sugar content, whereas Coca-Cola have not changed the recipe. Just making it more expensive. Okay. Let's get started then. Okay, well, let's see, there's your answer. Tango is a sad thought that you can dance. So that's the tango that we're talking about here. I mean, this isn't in tango tempo as far as I know. I mean, my exposure to tango doesn't go beyond that one Tom Lehrer song, so, yep. Did it just skip for me? I didn't click that. Also, was that a Victrola that used as the saving icon? Also, that's a weird phrase. Some items in your inventory can be combined. That's a weird phrase to put alongside the characters depicted here are fictional and any resemblance to real life figures are coincidental. Sadly, I cannot say the name because I've forgotten what it is, and even if it was still in front of me, I probably couldn't say it anyway. I mean, there was a logo that came up. I don't think you guys saw it because OBS has a bit of a delay when it comes to these things, when it's capturing stuff. You know what, I'll tell you guys later because I'm missing the story here. So this fella got a letter, a guard is shouting at him. It's really only noticeable because of the record scratch. Whenever Tito writes me a letter, there's always a secret written in code. Now I get it. Tito wants me out of here. I don't know what voice to give this guard. Yes, it is like a prison in here. There's a reason for that. Yeah, so without a voiceover, I'm either going to have to say everything and say it very quickly by the look of things. Maybe that's just the opening intro. Hopefully it'll be fine, but the record scratch was on cue. It does not know how on cue it was. So yes, this is a man named Carlos. He is in a prison. No, I won't be cold anymore. Do we really want to pick that up? I'm going to take this very, very carefully. Clarification, this is not a hat. God, this guy sounds just like me. It's weird. What? He just slid into place there. Good. Now I can do more drawings like the one on the wall. I mean, granted, this English would not be this guy's first language from what I gather, so I'm giving him the completely wrong accent. But honestly, these lines go so fast that I don't think there's any point. It was about time for me to pick up this cup, and pick it up he did. And there was some rejoicing. It's my picture of Melina. I want to remove it without tear it apart. Something sharp could help. Yeah, hashtag second language for some of these things. The Glorious Racing Club. Club. Oh, look. I've forgotten what I keep under here. It's where he keeps his spoon. My partner in adventure. Yeah, isn't it that old line of always know where your spoon is? No, it's not. A work of art. Your opinion will change once I've wiped the floor with your tongue. Wait, you don't like it? I like it better once you clean the wall. You'll like the art once it's gone. Well, you know, you don't know what you've got till it's gone, so yeah, maybe that's the right way to go. But just got started and I'm not tired yet. Well, maybe I am. I have a great view of the patio. Can't quite see with the glass iced up. It just looks like glass. What are you looking at? Can't see much with the light you've given me. Perfect, because I see just fine with this light. So we're in a jail in Scotland, apparently. Yes, of course. I'm not even going to say it. Where? Too slow. That monkey really looked like he was having fun. I don't think the bed's interactive. We'll see. Hey, you like Tango? What do you think? I'm guessing you do. Listen, man, don't bother. But nothing. And even if you are the Al Jolson of Tango, I'm not giving you any special treatment. So our fella is associated with Tango. As you can tell by the not Tango music. Wood, fire, and iron. Silence! It's more about silence. You do know when you've been tangoed. I've not been tangoed for some time, I have to say. Yeah, genuinely no idea when I last had tango. Then again, the definition of being tangoed has changed over the years. It's the only light in the hallway. Doesn't even look like it's on. This light switch turns on the hallway lights. How do you know? It's round a corner. This broom was born for something greater than sweeping floors. Ah, it's click and drag. I don't think he's looking. Better do it quickly. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm going to skip this line so I don't have to sing. What happened? Looks like the power went out. Don't worry your little heart. I can take care of it from here. This is him taking care of it. You can talk to the guard, yes. I have played this before, but I can't remember how useful an endeavour that is. Just repeating. Excuse me. You look like you need to go to the bathroom. So yes, you can talk. It is indeed not how you physics, Gemini. I'm glad you, as the resident expert on the verb of physics, were here to witness that. However, it's so cold out there. It's 14 degrees outside. If you escape tonight, you'll freeze. Are you thinking of escaping? Escaping? No, I was thinking about a game of cards and a glass of wine. What a shame. Your escapes are always... well, more like escape attempts. How did he get out of his cell? That is a very good question. So only let out for, you know, that hour a day in the sunshine and to talk to people. There is always the chance that one of my escapes will work. I doubt it. You're not to be trusted, especially after 3 escape attempts. Remind me how the first attempt went. It's always good to hear the story from a stranger's perspective. A stranger you'll be seeing daily for a long, long time. The first one, that tunnel in the bathroom, unfortunately for you, it ended up in the guard's break room. Man, it was hilarious when you popped your head up. I'll never forget that moment. Okay, you done? I still remember the look of devastation on your face. If you want, I'll keep going. Wonder what the dinner option here is. Am I going to offer to take him out to dinner? I don't know, I remember what it is. Let's go for the escape attempt. Go ahead. What did you think of my second attempt? The second attempt? How can I forget it? You tried to start a riot in the yard. Only nobody joined the riot. Ha ha ha. We saw you out in the yard begging each and every inmate and nothing. Look, the logistics didn't work out, but with a bit of time I would have pulled it off. Yeah, well in here you've got more than enough time. Just finished telling this amazing story about all my embarrassing failures. The third attempt was the best of all. That red dress and that hat. I'll admit, you would have gotten away if you hadn't seduced the gate guard. Tell me, how did you get a hold of that dress? Maybe it's better if you don't tell me. I don't want to know. That poor guard, he still pines for the beautiful Carlina. So if he hadn't tried to seduce, then... So either that seduction attempt went really badly or really well. I think it's time for dinner. What's there to eat today? Today's menu consists of pork cutlets with special sauce. Extra bacon, extra crunchy. Give me that pork, I'm already salivating. Give me your plate and I'll go get it. I broke the plate during last night's festivities. You were unrivaled at last night's Greek night. Can't you make an exception? If you don't have a plate, give me anything, but choose wisely. Spoiler, we are not going to choose wisely. See you later, my good man. Don't pull my leg. So yeah, we're not actually out of the cell. That's just how they render conversations. I was more comfortable with this when it was on the floor. Yeah, I'd rather not carry a bedpan around with me if I could possibly help it. This is me not choosing wisely. Greek night in a prison? Well, they've got to do something. There you go. Carlos, you've reached rock bottom. I've got the Al Jolson of Tango begging for food in a bedpan. It's just that... just nothing. Go to bed with the single shred of dignity you have left. So perhaps that was not the way to go. Blah blah blah, escape blah blah blah, street lamp blah blah blah, tango in danger blah blah blah, Melina. Clearly thinks a whole lot of that. Oh, blanket? Is that going to be useful? It's not a great blanket, but I've grown attached to it. Bed is still not interactive, sadly. Hey, the more stuff the better. It's a table. What was that noise? My stomach. Your stomach? What kind of fool do you take me for? The food here is destroying my digestive system. Ah, well deserved. Do me a favour and shut up, though. Boing. Can't see outside with the glass iced up. With something hot, I could break the glass and no one would be able to tell. Do we have... Okay, I think I know what to go here. What do you want now? It's not a plate, but it'll serve... Let's see what I can do. Extra crunchy! Well, there you go. Wait, what is it? Soup! Soup's on. Okay, so what can we do here? We go up here. The only reason I knew that is I tried to interact with the window for about 5 minutes before realizing I had to move a table. No, it's not gazpacho soup, because, yes, that is indeed what we use it for. How did that... It's like the end of a certain Alien film where they dunk an alien in molten steel and it gets out and hit the sprinklers and the temperature differential just shatters it. Is that what was supposed to have happened there? Because I think there would be more pieces. Anyway, let's put broken glass in our pocket. Sharp glass shards. This inventory should be rated to withstand anything. That's not the first time they break the fourth wall. This is the paper I need to draw my masterpiece. Because he said he wouldn't pull it off the wall without a sharp object. So, there we go. My best work of art. After the wall mural. Wall mural. That was surprisingly hard to say. Yeah, Guard is very selective hearing. And, yeah, this puzzle took me a while. That's not what I meant to do at all. See, that's why we had to change the light. Pull the light off, even. Let's see if the Guard's glasses are as thick as they look. You finally look calm and quiet. Okay, here's one that annoyed me when I was playing this the first time. The iron bars are just about to fall. They'll come out with a shove. Okay, let's shove them. The iron bars are about to fall. You need to use the spoon. I don't know why. The spoon is not a prime shoving device. That was not a shove that you did. Also, I don't know why the frame rate of those cutscene videos is like 10 frames a second. But here we go. Moon logic. Absolutely. Such moon. Comes the line to leap. I was trying to make a portmanteau of spoon and moon, but they're actually just too similar for that to be any use. Spoon. Spoon logic. Oh, yeah, I need to actually use the rope. Finally, the perfect escape. Did that get loud for anyone else? It felt loud. It is currently loud. I love how the music just ends. Heroic and going down on a rope ladder. Oh, we're done. Yeah, the puzzles were kind of fine up to that point. A not so useful bush. It's the perfect kind of stone to sharpen any metal. I'm jumping ahead a bit here, but yep, that's a hint to prod the rock with a spoon. The spoon turned into a knife. 2 knives. Not sure that's how it works, but okay. Keep stone. Stone is always useful if I want to hit something from a distance. And what could be in the watchtower? They should be eating dinner. Okay, not in there then. A few minutes earlier, my escape would have been a disaster. Anyway, I've got to hurry. I don't want to bump into any guards. Oh, and another thing that annoyed me. Luckily, I'm a good shot, but how much more can that light handle? So yeah, they're going to make you pick up a stone, chuck it over, and repeat that 3 times. One more shot, goodbye light. There's no skill in this at all. Like, if you had to put some skill into hitting that 3 times in a row, it would kind of make sense, but no, you just have to implement the same puzzle solution 3 times. And suddenly, everything's hunky-dory. Great. Now my path of escape is clear. Outside gate. That looks like a bush, but sure. A thin little gate is all that stands between me and freedom. So these are clearly scissors now. These blades are sharpened and can cut through anything, but if I want to cut through the gate, I need something to hold them together. Well, what could we possibly have? It could work. Leveling up your throwing skill, yes. Weaking 100. Did I use the sharp things to cut that broom in half and then attach them as... You know what, I've got the fucking item. Let's just... Yeah. There's a guy! Sorry about this outfit of mine. Oh, I'm Santos. I had said something. I'm Carlos, and I'm very, very grateful. Any friend of Tito is a friend of mine, so speed up and don't look back. I never look back, except to see dust. And I can see you're quite the poet. A poet, but without the blessing of fate. What are you trying to say? Come on, tell me. Tito already told me about it. I need to hear it from you. Stop talking in circles. Just tell me what you want to hear. Well, it's a long road and you're a man with some history. Tell me the whole story with all the details. How did you get the very first tango sheet music? What? What? Oh, well, that's no problem. Especially when you've done such a favour. It all started a few years back, and of course, it started in a bar. How could it have begun any other way? Yeah, it's a damn good thing I know how to solve the puzzles, because I would have been here forever otherwise. You know, all the good stories start off in a bar. Yeah, I would guess that was pronounced Galicio Games, but that is a very rough guess. And this is all loud again, and I've just realised the speakers were still on, so if there was some kind of horrendous echo going on there, it should be gone now. That's my bad. Yeah. Although it is interesting seeing exactly what trail this car takes here. No, I'm keeping those off because, yeah, that's some loudness going on. It's not too loud on your end, is it? So, Pickle Dog, your nose is correct. We are getting a flashback. As I say, it was a damn good thing I knew how to solve those puzzles in advance. I'm really half convinced that the opening section, that basically that framing device, was tacked on at some point. Because compared to the rest of the game, its logic is on the moon. My beloved Buenos Aires, when I see you again. Alfredo Lepera / Carlos Gardel. And it says skip instead of continue, but we won't hold that against it. Much. Buenos Aires a few years earlier. What does Big Tony need? Go find Carlos and give him this. What is it? An invitation. I need him in the poker room. Where do I find him? Right where he's been the last few days. At the bar. I don't know why they're both foreign. Carlos, buddy, what happened to you? Where do I start? Women, debt, tango. Don't worry about it, brother. You know what she said to... You know what she was to me. Women. It's over, buddy. Her and all women. Don't say that. There are more than enough ladies out there. I'm doing the same voice for everyone that's not Carlos. My heart tells me she ain't coming back. Well, go look for her. What are you gaining by getting wasted? What am I gaining, Tito? I'm asking myself, what right does a man like me even have to fall in love with her? Have to even fall in love with her. I can read. Buddy, it's time to play your last card. Foreshadowing. I'd have to change my whole life. I'm tired of losing everything. Losing by a nose. At the races, when two horses fight it out over the heart-pounding last stretch, head to head, my money just blows away. Forget about your life, buddy. Go after Melina. Yeah, okay. Honestly, if I just go ahead and turn the music down, for God's sake. Huh? Tango lyrics? Yeah, we missed a cutscene because I clicked back into the game instead of alt-tabbing. Wake up, you gotta go talk to that snob Lynch. He's getting nervous. And we finally have control again. It's looking a bit worse for wear. If I blow through all the puzzles, yeah, I think I can actually get this out in one stream, Lucy. Then again, that's me reading the dialogue rather than saying it out loud. Finally you show up. But you never come back from that bender of the first Tango lyrics. Okay, what the This is going very fast all of a sudden. Here you go. What's this? It's an opportunity. You'll be right at Big Tony's side for this one. One more game. Whose money am I taking? A millionaire. It's an easy job, especially for you. You're an artist with the cards. But of course, all artists should dress well. Don't even think about going to the club in those rags. Oh, and one more thing. I'm waiting on the money you owe me. You still have debts to pay off. But don't think, just pay. But I don't have, if you don't have the cash, you gotta do the same old. Risk your life with the horses or you're gonna get no... Big Tony? Alright, the fool. We're talking about little Big Tony, the boss of all the bosses. He respects you, so I'm giving you one last chance. If it were me, I'd find a place for you face down in a ditch. You know, for some reason I kept turning down the volume on OBS, thinking that that would come through in my headphones. It doesn't. That's not how it works. Oh god, the dialogue choices aren't centered properly, Gemini. Damn you! I cannot unsee. Where's the club? The address on the invitation along with the hours. Don't tell me you're illiterate. Oh, I shouldn't be surprised. What's wrong with my clothes? Look at this guy. You can tell that Melina isn't around to help him out. Carlos used to be such a well-dressed man. You know the etiquette in these situations. Hey, don't bring Melina into this. Finally, Melina's kicked you out of her life. She's finally following her destiny. Or at least that's what she told me before she went to Paris. Melina doesn't talk with people like you. Not only does she talk with me, she walks with me. Two hanging off... Fuck that one. I'm done playing poker. No, that game runs in your veins, just like it does in mine. You'll be done when I say you're done. I swear. You want to test me? I'll remind you of what I'm capable of. No way. I would even go to mass with you. Let's not forget you're a thief too, Carlos. You, sir, are a murderer. I'm not a man, I'm a knife. Don't tempt me. I'm not a man, I'm a knife. What? Why a knife? This knife is my brother. You don't understand that? I've also got some lead for your heart. Lynch, you gotta get a sense of humor and take it easy with that knife. Oh, shut up, Carlos. I got a sense of humor. Listen, here's a joke. What did the spoon say to the knife? It's knife to meet you. And then the knife goes, you want a fork? But the spoon says, I can't. It's too much on my plate. You aren't funny, but you do seem to have a problem with knives. If you want, knives can become your problem too, very quickly. Do you know anything about some lyrics? Something to do with Tango? Nah. Don't waste time on that stuff, or you'll have to deal with my knife. Goodbye. Alright, I'll leave you with your breakfast unusually high in protein and alcohol. Great, don't come back. Yeah, coming from a studio that doesn't have English as a first language, I'm assuming there's going to be a little bit of interesting phrases. So that was the knife. He was very pleased to meet us. Who's this fucker? What do you need? What are you reading, sir? I only read the funnies. The news depresses me. You know, I'm good at telling jokes. Then how about this? If you make me laugh, I'll put you in the show tomorrow. And tomorrow is the only for the best of the best, so make the fat man laugh. Such charming. What did the spoon say to the knife? It's knife to meet you. And then the knife says, well, you want a fork? But the spoon says, I can't. There's too much on my plate. Keep it up and I'll have a heart attack. That chair can't handle Antonio's weight. And I happen to know that you need to find some other jokes, because you're not funny enough yourself to make him laugh himself off the chair. Antonio, do you know anything about some magic tango lyrics? Carlos, no offense, but you should go home and sleep this off. Let's talk later. Let's check out the news. Looks like Tito wrote a note for you. For me. Was Carlos talking to me? Yeah. Carlos, don't take my work stuff. I've totally forgotten what voice I give him. So I am not to take his work stuff. So I shouldn't take his table. Let's plow ahead. Tango isn't just about sensuality. Many tango songs are about sadness, melancholy, and heartbreak. And some simply tell stories. Let's see, port, bar, racetrack, tenement house, streets of La Boca. Let's try the port. In 1935, Por una Cabeza was filmed. It would become one of the first music videos in history. There's the sea. What a shame I don't have something to catch a few fish. A shame indeed, which may be corrected later. Hey there, buddy. Sir, do you have a ticket? Can I come on board? Without a ticket? No. So, no. Yes. Wait, no or yes? No, you cannot come aboard. Don't try to confuse me, sir. That's what sailors sound like. What a lovely day. It's a bit crisp, and I haven't moved an inch since yesterday, but yes, lovely and cold. Then move around. Go out for a run, or else you'll freeze. I don't like to run. What do you like, then? I like coins. Of course you do. Who doesn't like money? No, it's coins I like. I collect them. The older the better. What's it like being aboard the ship? So we just work all the town. But I guess I'm the clown of the group. I've actually won the most entertaining sailor prize several voyages in a row. Comedian, huh? Well, tell me a joke from your routine. I'm a performer too. Okay. A sailor returns home to discover his son is in the hospital. He runs to the hospital and finds the doctor. Doctor, doctor, is my son alright? Is he the one who swallowed a coin? Yes. Still no change. Good stuff, buddy. Keep it up and I bet you'll win some more prizes. And we've got what we need out of him. So, in the words of a good friend of mine, off we fuck. Read that one already. Man, this coming up with voices shit is harder than I thought it would be. Trying to think where that last guard. Yeah, not to give it away, but the character we're playing as, Gardos Cardell, is actually based on a real person who seems to be something of a legend in the world of Tango. I have to admit, I'd never heard of him before that and got all of this off of Wikipedia. But yeah, that's not something you get from your everyday point and click game. Knife joke? Well, thank you very much. It's closed for an important reason. There's a stone. It's a stone. Look, I'm not just going to carry a stone around. Maybe another time, in the hypothetical case, for example, that I would ever need to escape from a prison at the ends of the earth. Maybe then. So, bye, fourth wall. It's nice knowing you. Yeah, for a game based on a real person's life, it isn't entirely serious. Well, let's poke him in the eye. Get you, wee fuck. Legui? What do you need, buddy? Apparently, he's just Roman from GTA 4. Hey, Legui, can you do me a favour? I've got that name so wrong, haven't I? What do you need, buddy? I need some info. I need a winning horse. They're all winners. This is a game, my dear. No, for me, the game is over. I want to win. Win? What can I do if I'm a player? Palermo, birthplace of criminals. Because of you, I don't have 2 pennies to rub together, or honour or dignity. Why are you quoting? What does this get us? I'm a horseman and shameless. I pass by in poverty due to your equine race. I've never seen you before like this, Carlos. And since you're our friend, let me confess something. He's French now. I want to win too. And I've been studying the formula that can help us. Formula? Look, it's experimental. A chemist from Europe let me in on this. We have to see if it works here. Spit it out. Give me the details. I'll spit it out. I'll say it. Or write it down. Or whatever you want. But this secret doesn't leave this place, okay? My word is my bond. Especially with friends. Okay. You've got to get 3 things. Fish. And not just any fish. It has to be fresh. Okay? Fresh fish. The second thing you need is anise camphor. Wait, what? Don't use scientific words with me. I said anise camphor, an unsaturated aromatic ether which owes its distinctive flavor to licorice anise, fennel, and star anise. And where do I get that? No idea. And last but not least, we need an assortment of various typical seasonings. Pepper, salt, and paprika. We'll mix all that together and give it to the old boy. Leguiza boy, you old fart. Don't thank me now, thank me later when we're counting our money. Don't worry about that. Won't be losers the next one. Won't be losers the next one. Just, can you please get a copywriter? It's kind of distracting, is what I'm saying. Is that a mustache, or did Legui forget to wipe after his sneeze? Yes. This is the mustache, and what's in his mouth is the... Anyway, joke around. So, monkey boy, that's what they call you, right? How do you stay on the horse without it throwing you off? Romualdo, I'm not that small. The horses are huge. And, you know, I don't like it when they call me monkey boy. And I don't like it when you call me Romualdo, but I'll tolerate it. I won't. I can't fucking pronounce it. I leave you in good company, my friend. Okay, so he didn't have a joke for us. And can he get that rope? I don't think. More stable things. Better leave everything as it is. And we will go this way. Neighborhood bathed silver in the moonlight. Rumors of Milonga. Alfredo Lapia. Batistella M. Carlos Gardel. And that same thing that was just up a second ago. So we're on the street. Ah, it's a kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Cat, cat, cat. Best game is best. A feral cat. Oh, he's a good boy. Trash. Better take it. I don't want to run out of trash. So yeah, we picked up trash. As you do. Ma'am? What's the matter? I can't get over to everything at once. Don't worry, it's vaccinated and clean. I just picked the last flea off him yesterday. He was such a flea-ridden little monster, but he's perfectly clean now. That's why he's cleaning himself. I skipped a couple of lines, but I don't care. Just realised I've been not scraping up against my tower PC, but, you know, rubbing. potentially making noise. Tango, shoe in Lunfardo slang. So, we're a terrible friend. Filth. Beloved Lito. How your old man spoiled us, Tito. Now he watches us from heaven above. Should have given him a lurch voice, shouldn't I? Hurry, grab everything you can. No one will notice if I take only one. Don't even think about touching that whiskey. That wasn't my idea at all. Drink it maybe, but touch it? No way. Don't get smart with me. I'll give him another joke while we're here, why not? What do you need? Makes the fat man laugh. Sailor joke, yes. Okay, the sailor returns home and discovers that his son is in the hospital. He runs to the hospital and finds the doctor. Doctor, doctor, how's my son doing? Is he the one who swallowed a dollar coin? Yes. No change. Keep it up and I'll have a heart attack. Again. The chair can't handle Antonio's weight. Again. And I got nothing. Let's talk later. Actually, I think one of my jokes might work, and I think this is the only one that's actually funny, so let's give it a go. Two flies are sitting on a piece of dog poop. One farts. The other says, "Do you mind I'm eating my dinner?" Am I supposed to laugh? I know you're desperate, but you're not going to succeed in showbiz like this. He did just let me dump trash on the table, see. I figure he just didn't manage to stop me, and then his OCD kicks in, and he has to keep the place completely clean and tidy. I don't know why I say OCD. I swear they mentioned that at some point, but I could be mistaken. Doctor. Doctor, do you think I'll lose my eyes? I don't know, I'm putting them in a jar. If you lose them, it's your fault. If I put material like this in the show, I'd be too embarrassed to show my face in the theatre. Make the fat man laugh. Please, officer, help me. My daughter is lost. What's her name? Hope. That's impossible. Hope is the last thing that's okay, we need to find another joke. Carlos, I know you're sad, but my show isn't the best place for you to tell the world about it. Let's talk later. Once I've found another joke. First Tango alerts were censored because they used Lunfardo words. Lunfardo is a slang used by delinquents. Actually, mango, slang for money. I don't have a mango means you have no money at all. It makes sense. See if he knows a joke. Probably not. Hey, can you lend me a few bucks? Carlos, don't beg. Earn it the way you know best. I know a lot of things, but it's obvious that I never learned anything about money. You missed a spot. Leave me and my obsessive-compulsive disorder alone. Okay, so they do mention it. No, Gemini, you are absolutely funny. Especially compared to this guy. Tito, have you heard anything about some lyrics? Nothing, Carlos. Yeah, okay, so that's why they keep that one up, so you'll have the puzzle reminder. Yep, that works. Originally, the tango was a dance for men only, because of course it fucking was. Okay, who else could have a joke for me? Throughout his career, Gardel made approximately 957 recordings of 792 different songs. The poor thing won't stop scratching itself. Grr, 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 I'm a dog. I have a horrible feeling I know how to solve this one. Yeah, there's a couple of mini games in this. Most of them are not good. Some of them have misaligned text, which I was pointing to, but I'm not capturing my mouse cursor because there's a mouse cursor in game, but now it's using the hardware mouse cursor, and that's weird. So yeah, I'm hunting fleas with very loud music. Luckily, you only have to get a certain amount, but still a pain. Ha! A jar full of fleas. Fucking great. And we're going to do something terrible. Something horrible and awful and terrible. Yes, dog is happy now, but unfortunately... Kitten, kitten. We make a kitty sad, and I will never forgive myself. Hope nobody sees me. It's untouched. It's wrapped and clean. So we have part of the cocktail that we need. From what I've seen, the cocktail mixer now contains candy with a lot of anise camphor. And I made that happen twice for no good reason. Who cares about the cat? Are we even friends, Gemini? Do you know me at all? My God, man. Nearly red barred from that one. Oh, he does look like a happy dog. No, 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 you're not going to sway me. Must be the neighbour's ball. That kid isn't a very good shot. Use dog on pile. I don't have a pile. The pile would not fit in my inventory. I'm not even going to attempt a woman's voice. My throat is not going to take it. So she wants paid. I'm sorry, but I don't have a dime. I'm going to get to work. Hey, I just need you to grab something from my room. Yeah, so there's a dialogue puzzle in here as well. Mona, when I want to see your eyes, I think about the stars. When I want to see your radiant face, there's the sun. Angel? Mona, one more angel here on earth and one less up in heaven. Okay, that works. Eyes and mouth seems a bit... I was actually going to say on the nose there, but... Give it a go. Mona, your eyes are like the sun. Your beautiful little mouth confirms it for me. You're the one. Oh God, that worked. Yeah, that was a screw up. Eyes and face, that's fine. On pile of maps? Sorry, I'm a bit lost. Eyes and face again for no good reason. Suddenly so you have to repeat one to... Monkey Island 2. Okay. Okay, so we've sweet talked her into going upstairs to our room that she wasn't letting us in to look for a goldfish. We're going to steal her condiments. We're a good boy. And we get a spoon. Oh, pepper and paprika, so we can stick that in there. And yeah, he's just telling us what's in there. Anything of use? Oh, I almost forgot. We can highlight things. Hairnet. Very useful. And yeah, I think that's everything. So that's why you mentioned Monkey Island 2, Lucy. Mona keeps a list up with all the names of people who owe her money. Obviously, I am the only one on that list, so I better not go in. Mona is known for her very effective persuasive techniques. I chose this for myself, despite being unable, quite clearly, to talk. It was a poor decision. I am regret. In New York, Carlos Gardel met Frank Sinatra and encouraged him to pursue a career in singing. See if the horse knows a joke. He's called Lunatic. It's a good sign. Hello. His name is Lunatic. Listen to this one. It's the horse's favourite joke. Ah, there we go. That's how we get our last joke. An horse sits at the bar drinking brandy. And the bartender says, "Why the long face?" Yeah. Ha ha ha. Seems like Lunatic liked it too. I told you he liked it. Yes, that's the spoon he uses later to get out of jail. When he returns to the framing device. Which he'll probably talk about out loud. Because this game just decides to wantonly break the fourth wall. I mean, it's light-hearted without being outright comedic. But it does feel a little out of place for some reason. There is a horse sitting at the bar and the bartender asks him, "Why the long face?" Oh, bollocks. So he's dead now. This is the only one that survived. Oh, sorry, Pickle Dog, if I set you off. If I activated the cravings. Good idea. Now I have a butterfly net? Or a net for catching fish. No, we're going to get butterflies now, son. That's how we roll. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, Pickle Dog. I done you dirty. Laburo, a lunfardo word for job. It comes from the Italian word lavoro, which also means job. Yeah, I might have to keep an awful pronunciation jar. Which, ironically, I'm going to need help to realise in the first place. Don't even remember what voice I gave him. God, I'm mad at this. Yeah, snitches get stitches, dude. Pal, everyone's got a price. Tell me yours and promise I'm not trying to trick you. Dead from an awful joke, yes. 3 awful jokes, in fact. And we've made him sad. And he's got a Dear John letter, I think. And this is definitely not a puzzle clue. Labour does mean work. Have this ball. Be happy now you have ball. Look, it's the spoon of happiness. It's the newspaper. No, that's not going to make anyone happy. No, can't come on, bad ticket, even though I tried to trick him into saying no, yes. He loves all coins for some reason. I can't remember how to do this. There's clearly not any of those items. Is there anything down here? I'm not sure. La la la. There's that. It's fair opens at 6 PM. It's clearly not 6 PM, and I'm back to the map again. What do we do? What do we do again? Does a racetrack make this any more clear? Probably not. Dang it. Need to make that sailor happy somehow. We are one step ahead of Ryo Hazuki. We do know where to find some sailors. So we're just talking to a woman who may have cooked a bird. That's great. Much better. Yes, it's happy doggo. Tango is in 4-4 time, even though Tango fans usually call the meter 2x4. Cool. Gardel died on June 24th, 1935 in an airplane crash in Medellin, Colombia. Just a heartwarming bit of trivia to throw in there. Yes, ball and water, no help. Where would help? And no, we've been to the racetrack already. That was a waste of time. Yes, okay. Streets we've been to. I don't think there's anything back in this bit, unless we employ this handy device to reveal something. It's nothing like clean clothes hanging in the fresh air. Doesn't mean we'll interact with them though. She's pissed off because, you know, obviously we fucked her a bit. And nothing interesting in here either. So let's run far away from the scary lady. Try the bar again. There might have been something on that table I missed. I have to admit, that's a hell of a lot of recordings this man did. Nothing of particular interest. Hi Sean, how you doing? Good, actually, I think this may be the first time you've had the opportunity to catch my streams, Sean. Hot spot on the bench back at the tenement house. Did you check that? Yes. He didn't seem to want to sit. There's nothing left I can take without completely losing my dignity. Do I need to read that poster to give him an idea to do something? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, now I'm getting an handicap vibe from this. Wasn't getting it before at all, but now cannot unsee. What's going on? Right, so I need to get a fish to make a cocktail, because that's what this game is doing to me. This guy won't let me fish. Don't think he'll see anything new or different from last time. Spots, no. But he also looks depressed. I just need a couch to lay down on and some good old domestic violence. I think I'm very happy to not know what you're talking about there. Right, let's doubly triple check the racetrack. Oh, thank God you're making an handicap reference, right? Some white paint in here. I'm pretty sure I can't do anything with it. Sean, see when you were streaming Doom 2 the other week, was that Brutal Doom you were streaming or something else? Yeah, fourth wall breaking joke, etc. That's fine. Another stone entirely. Will we get the exact same line? Yeah, yes we are. Oh dear. Yes, more Brutal Doom. He's good. I like. Yes, he's a nice horse. I did highlight the clip of I say the clip, highlighted the entire thing. The entire stream I did yesterday of the Brutal Dooms. Thing is, it was only 3500 kilobits per second that I used on the stream encoding, and I'm not convinced it was high enough. So I put it up to 5,000 for this, which is not so much of an issue because there's way less motion going on. But at least this way I can look at the stream analytics afterwards and see if it's if the stream can cope with that throughput. So OBS is reporting about 4,200 to 4,500. So it might be a little high. Maybe reduce to 4,000 and see how we go. Not entirely sure what I'm gonna stream tomorrow night. But if I can get enough people, then Chatbox Party Pack is a possibility. There was a puzzle I did screw up because I didn't get all the items I needed. So when we dirtied up the table to distract Tito, there's multiple items that you need to get. So maybe there was one there that I was supposed to get that I didn't, which is why you can go back and pick up that trash again in case you screw the puzzle up the first time. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Gemini. It's a lot of motion and it's pretty pixelated anyway, especially the way I play it with texture filtering turned off. Close. The lounge is close. Hours from 9 to when the candles run out. Stuff. Stuff. Stuff, stuff, stuff. Stuff, stuff, stuff. Okay, no, this was not the way to go. He's cleaning. How do I make the sailor not sad? How do... For the love of God, tell me somebody has a suggestion. It's a map, that's a wastebasket, that's trash, that's map again, that's a sign, and that's a window. There's a poster. I might not have mentioned that one, but, you know, it's just... Oh, dang. Somebody shot Gardell? Gosh and darn. Maybe Doggo would like ball. I think it's perfectly possible. I just think you don't want to do it. Oh man, see, I've done this somehow, but I've clearly forgotten how to cheer up that poor sailor. Alright, Sean, thanks for jumping in. Enjoy your guesting. You have a good one too. So... Okay, so I've just sent her back up to the room again in case I screwed up the... Sean, I clearly said have a good one, not take it easy. Oh, you can do both. Go on. Screw your radio. Ah, so that's the turn on and turn off noises. Right, so there's no need to distract Mona anymore because there's nothing in here. There. I was just saying, Sean, yeah, I clearly told you to have a good one rather than take it easy, but, you know, it's Christmas, I'll be lenient. You can do both. No worries, man. Take a good one. Wait. Alright. I hate to shatter my reputation like this, especially considering I'm just leaning back and causing havoc with the corona on that light there. Did I play Ramp It Up? I don't believe I did. Yeah, reputation be damned, I'm looking up a walkthrough. Might make more sense to do this on the computer, but on the other hand, you wouldn't have the lovely music in the background. Nope. If anybody happens to have walkthrough handy and you want to link it in the chat, go ahead. Riveting entertainment, I know, but this puzzle has bested me, and I've gone by it before, and yet this time, it's just like no, it's not happening. Also, whoever did this walkthrough clearly did it in tiny ass parts that were gone through very slowly and never completed it. So, oh, Trolls made Ramp It Up. I shall have to bear that in mind, for I think he does good things, and therefore I am interested. Yeah, Pickle Dog, if you could have a nosy, that would actually be fantastic. I can get back to my random clicking. Yeah, I really don't have shame in using a walkthrough normally. Just prefer to admit it in a edited video rather than live in front of people, because that's more embarrassing somehow, I don't know. Okay, let's spin the trash. You said you wouldn't like doing that. Yeah, that's why I'm making you do it, you pillock. Bin the ball, nobody wants it. Empty the cocktail. I know, I'd so prefer text walkthroughs. So much. Because you don't have to seek to find the right part. Or the relevant part. You can just do Control F to find it. Oh boy. See, I was actually thinking about starting to do research streams. You know, if I'm looking at a game that I might want to review, then this might be a good way to do it. I mean, certainly getting footage is a bit of a, what do you call it, a time sink when it comes to these. So, oh, what? I got paper. 2 roses in water can never fade. 2 lovers enamored shall never be grayed. Ah, we need to give the sailor some sappy shit. Yes, port. We shall give the sailor some poetry, and he will be happy again and let us fish. I just assumed all those papers were the same. Oh, it's a ticket, and it's not a winner. Yes, it's great material. Definitely winner back. Thank you so much, sir. So, will you let me fish now? Hey, go for it. I don't see nothing. Yes. Use the net with nothing, or with the sea. That might be a better idea. Yeah, let's see. If you want to give me a link to that game, I would appreciate. I got a fish and a shoe, and then I hovered across the ground. Racetrack. A soul in this. Boo hiss. Fresh and smelly. Now it's the perfect combination. But there is one thing we need to do. Just to read this so that we know a recipe for a perfect cocktail. Always start with 2 bits to the north, don't mess up the first step in Steven it out, but not totally. Make sure the south gets a chance for once and repeat it from the north. 2 small bits for the south will give the nice smoothness which will blend the flavours. Top it off with a series of pours of north to south for the perfect cocktail. You get all that? No need, I wrote it down from the first time that I played through this. Yeah, this is why I have an admiration for games like Day of the Tentacle, to pick a well-known example, because you had 3 characters in 3 different time periods, each with their own puzzles to solve. So if you got stuck on one part of it, you could just head over to another for a while, work on that, and maybe the solution will come to you for the other one later. So, unfortunately, ladies and jelly spoons, hey, it's a reference. What do I do again? I've got all the ingredients, but obviously I need to... Carlos, you mixed the cocktail. I'm going to send myself on the ways. I nearly forgot his accent there. It's the only one of all the accents I've given that I can actually remember after I've done it. Oh, fucked it. And then my phone. Conduct improve your technique if you want to win the race. No, you didn't get anywhere because I went way too fast and screwed up half the words. So that's on me, don't worry. Dang it. I'm not good at reading between these 2 things at the same time. Nearly. It's the fact that you have to move the mouse to do it. If it was with the arrow keys, it'd be absolutely fine. But no, you have to move the mouse up and down to shake it up and down. Carlos's Scottish accent, yeah. I do other accents. Some of them hurt my throat and I stopped doing them after a very short while. And the combination of shaking up and shaking down, that was in the paper. It's the perfect cocktail recipe. So we're just trying to follow that. There we go. So yeah, in case you were wondering, that was up, up, down, down, up, down. And it only tells you when you've screwed it up. So, perfect fuel for a good bet. You know, sometimes you just don't need to bother writing a description, and I think that was one of those times. They tried too hard. I'll take Lunatic for the winner. Are you sure that's the horse you want? It's terrible. Look, I'm speaking from experience. No, I think they could surprise us today. There you go, you won accents, I got accents. Some of them are incomprehensible and... yeah. Fuck, it's loud. Not quite Pickle Dog. If you read the newspaper, the recipe for the perfect cocktail is in there. So I had that written down from the first time I completed this. And I just followed that. So it literally was just like north, north, south, north, south, south, north, south. And Lunatic does the thing. Abrupt stop to the clapping. Of course, it's not going to go well for us, so there you go. We had a wheelbarrow of money and then we didn't. A few hours later. Sir? Hello, sir. My name's Bernardo. Are you okay? I feel like I've been hit by a bus, but I'm still in one piece. My name is Carlos. Did you see what happened to all my money? What? They just left you over there. I thought you were drunk. I was code. How did I come to this? Getting existential. You could say that it was a typical point-and-click adventure game's third act twist. I'm sure it just came after you got an important win. Like getting something important or completing a desired objective. I want to punch you in the face. Winning a big pile of money so you could buy your way out of poverty? That could be a good reason for a surprise twist. Yes, but who brought me here? It was a man with a kind of bad guy face. He was holding a knife. Lynch. He told me if you ever wake up, I should tell you that half your debt is paid off now. You still need to pay the rest though, or... Then he made a kind of neck-slitting gesture. By the way, where am I? We are in the La Boca neighbourhood, at the Grand Fair. You can lose all your money playing Toad in the Hole, or visit the genie. He knows everything. Everything except how to fix his machine, I guess. The Ghost Train's had some technical difficulties as well. So the Toad is the only game available. Yes, the explosion you just heard was the total destruction of the remains of the fourth wall. It had been very weakened from earlier on, but this was just all-out war on that fourth wall. Who cares? This does not seem to work. Where's the solution to that again? Oh, for God's sake, it's right there. RGBY. Ding ding. To be fair, I think a third act twist is a fairly common trope. Ergby vandals. Oh god, this is the third mini game and it's the one I hated the most. So you screw in the screws and that number is the number of screws that you're going to pop up by doing it. Although that time it was surprisingly merciful. I wasted, at least 15 minutes on that the first time round. One! I got a corkscrew? Corkscrew? Oh god, I don't know. Dot. In order to play, I'll need a coin. Give me a coin, fucko. What do you need, sir? What can you tell me about the Toad in the Hole game? It's a game of precision. You toss a coin and try to land in the Toad's various holes. In other words, another puzzle to solve. What's that picture on your shirt, Bernardo? Well, it's a long story. It's a Purple Tentacle reference. Fuck off. What can you tell me about that giant head over there? The genie, he knows everything. What does he know? Everything! Everything about what? Everything. Everything? Everything! I think this could go on all day. Everything. Not the genie again. God damn it. No. Ghost train. What happened to the ghost train? It's a long story. You see, one night... And that's how the ghost train broke. I'll never eat seafood again. I believe it. And they closed the soccer field because of that too. I miss kicking the ball around. Okay, so we know how to get a coin. So you have some rare coins there. That's right, sir. I propose a trade. A ball for a coin. Well, you've struck a deal. Here you go. Which part sounded rude? There's been a few that one might consider rude. You've got perfect town game. Glint in the toad's eyes. Accept. What can I use the coin with? Can I actually leave yet? Apparently. Well, we know one guy who likes rare coins. See if he'll do a trade. Yay! He liked the coin and he gave us another coin. A simple transaction. The first of one. There's precisely one can... what was the word I was going for? Transaction. Alright, let's shove this right up the toad. Donk. You can't always win. Are you sure? Better grab it before someone sees it. So, thankfully, I think we're done with small child person now. Okay, so what we can now do is make Mona not hate us. Yay, happiness. Happiness and sunshine and light in the face. And we have to find a light switch for some reason. Why? And it only lets you... Why? Literal pixel hunt. Come on. I need to change these clothes. A fashionable man uses pomade? 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 Yes, take it in case your hair gets messed up. Let's turn up the heat. Better turn... We'll be better off turning the thermostat down. Excuse me. I know for a fact there's something I have to do. This will transform me from failure to gentleman. It's dried up. Could melt with a little heat to be usable again. Hello, Merlin. Merlin, yes, really. That's surprisingly hard to say. Yep, turn on heater. Heat up the thing. I tried putting this in the oven in Mona's kitchen first and it wouldn't let me. Which I feel should have worked. Yay! Now turn the heating off. What else do we have? A comb! It's always good to have a comb on hand. Clothes! I'm gonna change my clothes. I feel like a new man now. Self-portrait. Melina in Mar del Plata. Summer of 29. And a bunch of photos and run away. Well, Bernard got some fancier clothes. He'll at least put a jacket on over his shirt and suspenders. There was a tie as well, a bow tie. That's a long tie Carlos has. That's slightly different. Oh, his hair's messed up again. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, I remember. Right. I will not lose all my money, small child. Goodbye forever. Ziba. Right, so in we go. And there's that guy. And I'll tell you, I will waste some time by showing you how this puzzle works. Don't scare the crowd, Carlos. Tonight is a special night. It's a beautiful night. Yes, tonight is the night for partying, drinking and dancing. Only because life is short. God, I'm sure you're still on a bender from last night. Okay, this accent's all over the place. I give up. Tell me about the competition, sir. Listen, you won't win. Let me make that clear. But I'm just telling you in case you know someone else with skill in Tango. The winner will have to beat me, if that's even possible, in a simple contest of skill. There's a dance contest and a guitar contest. The winner gets a trip to Paris. That doesn't seem too hard. For some people, maybe it's easy. But for you, it's impossible. Don't waste my time. You both know your talent is nothing compared to mine. So, yes, there's two things. Finally, you've come to challenge me to a duel. Let's see who's better on guitar. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Showtime! So, this is how you do. And that's how he does. So, naturally, we don't win. So we get one more chance. We actually get as many chances as we need. So all we need to do is that. Okay, yes, there. That's why we have spoon. So we can. I can be slicked up and sticky. They're not. They're kind of different. The strings are in perfect condition. They're already quite sticky. I didn't think that one through, did you, gents? Okay, so if you remember, the first time we played terribly, he played brilliantly. So this time he goes first for some reason and plays terribly. And all of a sudden we can play. Don't know how that works. I don't know how making him worse made us actively better. I mean, maybe we still would have won. Like, we would have been shit, but we wouldn't have outright lost as a result. But we literally played better because he played worse, which is a bit weird. So we found his shoes. We have a shoe. If I could dye it white. Well, there was a place. Oh, I didn't know you could move at speed. That's new. Okay. I know one place where there is white paint. It's taken us all game for it to be of use. Some white paint in here. Shove a shoe in it. Let's paint this shoe white. And white it is. Now it looks like a dance shoe. If teared apart, it would be difficult to dance with. Corkscrew. I've got a broken shoe, but it has a ton of style. Okay. I would argue there's a black bit that needs to go on there, but we'll see if it works. I forgot to do the running. I should have done the running and I did not. Use torn white shoe with shoebox. Christmas came early for Jose. And yeah, this one plays out in much the same way. If you just do it straight, you dance crap, he dances well. If you swap out the shoe, he dances crap and suddenly you can dance. It's a bit weird. There we go. Okay, to be honest, his dancing is still crap. But it's portrayed as the most gleaming thing in the world. Okay, the moonwalking, yeah, that... Okay, he brought it back at the end. Let's be fair to him. You won by cheating. It's impossible for you to beat me. I don't plan on letting you get the prize. But I won it. Let me suggest something. How about a singing duel? If I win, I get the prize. If I lose, I'll quit Tango forever. You must be desperate. Since you're so pathetic, sure, let's do this. I'll give you a couple of tries. If you can't beat me at least once by the end of the night, I'm going to Paris and Melina is mine. Melina isn't a piece of property you can acquire. We'll see. I know how to deal with that type of girl. No, it's personal. Facial expression did not match. And I'm almost 100% sure I'm not ready for that. Boen Air 735 in the lower port. Go on, son. Do it fast. Wait, so I can double click to speed along to a particular area, but not an exit. That's like where I need speedy travel the most. Oh, that's weird. Oh, downtown. Yes, that's the one. Just a reminder, everyone. Some items in your inventory can be combined. He was trying to be a wise guy to me, so I told him, careful, you mess with me, you're messing with Big Tony. He didn't mess with me again. I told you, doing these jobs for Big Tony is gonna earn us a lot of respect. It sure is, but not if we mess up like last time. It wasn't my fault. You stabbed our old boss in the arm with a knife. What was I supposed to do? He insulted me in front of the whole crew. He said I was only good for mob duty. So you stabbed him. Well, what about you? You cut that guy's toe off. But he got me short. So you stabbed him. Take it easy. Someone's coming. Hello. Stop messing around, sir. Did you just call me short? I didn't say anything. Hey, forget it. He didn't call you anything. Has invitation. Let them in. They're expecting him. Okay, Carlos, you're the one cleaning out. The one you're cleaning out is the guy with the tie. The others are in on it, so just keep it up. Entree. Now I tell you about the joke about the wolfman who went to the barber shop. I hope this is better than the last one. So, the wolfman goes into the barber shop and tells the barber, enough, are we playing poker or what? Wow, I didn't know you could talk. There you go, royal flush. Me again. How do you do it? What's your secret? Oh, it's all about luck. Oh, for God's sake. I will have to start writing these voices down because it is not working. Okay, I know his voice at least. Not Tim's. Okay, so Tim won a thing. It would be great to see 7 wonders of the ancient world. If I keep winning, I keep myself the pleasure of visiting the 7 wonders. You never told me how we were a bunch of beginners. Perhaps we'll come into one of the 7 deadly sins. So yeah, you can probably guess what we have to do here. Click, click. 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 So it tells you you can pick 5 cards, but it very clearly lampshades which ones you're meant to get. I gotta admit, I didn't realise Dracu was in the middle of that poker game last time. Poker wins. Poker always wins. I just noticed it autosaved there. It's lucky there's 3 of us. All the chatter about face cards was getting boring. Us three, well, only two actually. Miguel and I were cleaning house on poor Dracul. I'm gonna give you 3 kicks in the head before I keep talking. If you keep talking. What was it again? 3, yeah. I'm getting 3s. So I click whenever a 3 comes up. And one more. I like how they're just staring there the whole time. Desperately waiting for him. Is that not shuffled enough? I pointed out the tie. It was a good spot, Gemini. I did not notice the Manny on the tie at first. I got poker. Yay! I'm pretty sure there's no hand called poker. Before you deal, just let me say you're dressed like a king. That reminds me of the joke of the king. Goes into a hurry up and deal. I can't handle the king of comedy anymore. So yeah, we know what we're getting. I suppose it makes sense in the context. Like the other two are in on it, so they're telegraphing exactly which cards you should get. They could potentially make it more complex though, because it sounds like those two have the exact same goddamn hand. And absolutely no explanation as to why the guy in the tie that we're trying to clear out is also repeating it, but hey, maybe he just wants to be... He just wants to feel part of things. Welcome to Tango the Adventure Game, also known as Let's Cram All the References In. Rammed in so hard. Ah, such poker. Ah, one more, that's it. You can even take the ping if you want. One more, but only because you're such a good loser. Gang, gang. Wait, you guys are telling me which cards to grab. What? Around here you gotta play by the rules. Good rule of thumb. You're the blind. And yeah. Better get out of here and take the painting with me before they get me involved too. So we were kind of successful. Alright fellas, the jig is up, but don't worry, the boys are giving him a beating now. Ah, nice style, sir. You can join the gang whenever you like. Don't tempt me, I'm trying to give up my vices right now. So with that, it's a beautiful painting signed by the Legends of Tango. Looking at this in the light, I can tell there's something strange about it. Maybe something behind the canvas? I'm not sure. I mean, what do I do with this information? Do I corkscrew it? Looks like there is something else in this painting. It's the famous Tango lyrics. Oh, I'm not even completely out of frame. That was a disaster. Okay, so with that, my jaw goes weird. See, I was looking for the edge of the screen here, but no, it's that sign I have to click on. Oh my god, did it really say Plaza Scum VM? Lucy, we're just about finished, I think, which is good, because it's kind of coming up to 10 when I was thinking of stopping anyway. Let's sing. It's now or never. You know what? You don't matter. I was hoping to click and skip past it, but I know Tango. I saw the lyrics in a painting. I have such eyelids, they droop so hard. We will fight over a check. Oh, I've won already? Okay. And apparently somebody's signature is an Eiffel Tower. So yeah, I think this is us. I say my last goodbyes to you today, Buenos Aires. I ask your forgiveness for all my love. I ask your forgiveness for all my... Love made me what I am, a man without a moral compass. Love made me irrational and reckless. Buenos Aires, my love. When I see you again, no more sorrow or forgetting. Just a guy in a car. He's probably going to kill me. Yeah, like that. What happened? Obviously I didn't die. But it was the worst boat trip of my life. I planned to drink and gamble, but I ended up in bed with a bullet in my lung. Well, you're alive. That's a positive. Then what happened? Did you find Belina? That story is a lot longer. And you asked about the Tango lyrics, right? Well, don't leave me hanging. What happened? When I got there, I went to the address that she gave me in the letter, and I didn't find her. She'd already moved away. I went to all the hostels and hotels. I ran all over Paris, and nothing. That woman was a mirage. So, I've had $1 to my name. I started to sing in the street. When I had a bit more money, I went to the track and started betting again. And what happened? I saw the light. In the third race, there was a beautiful horse named Lunatic. Notice the coincidence? And I bet big time. And what happened? That's my only line. I lost. No way. It was destiny. To lose? No, Destiny was the second horse I bet on. And you won? I lost. You couldn't catch a break. No, Lost was the horse I won with. It was a terrible horse. Nobody bet on him. I thought I was done for, but he won. I got a ton of money and I fulfilled my dream of opened up a tango bar. I don't know if it was because of the tango lyrics, but the bar was a success and I sang every night. I was the star of the place. But that's a story for another time. Another story for another time. And they're all stories for another time because that is the end of the game. Yeah, it's a short one. So, mostly knowing what I'm doing, it's doable in under 2 hours. Which is good to know. Yeah, I really thought there would be music over the credits. Have I clicked out of it by mistake? No, it's just silent. But the stream was memorable. Well, thank you, Lucy. Yeah, I agree with you, Gemini. The constant, well, not constant references, but somehow it just all felt a bit out of context. I don't know what it was. It did kind of feel like it didn't belong in a way that I don't fully understand. I mean, maybe I'm being a bit weird here, but that's how it came across to me. And especially that little kid, little Bernardo. He just, like I said, he just declared war on that fourth wall. That was ridiculous. So, yep, there we go. Yes, when the references feel forced, that is definitely where it all comes down. Ooh, I've not had an iron brew bar in quite a while. And in fact, I'm pretty sure my teeth would not survive it, so that's a bad idea. You're putting terrible ideas in my head, but you couldn't have possibly known. I shall stick to the more traditional variety, and by traditional I mean new recipe. Yeah, the references were very much up in your face. So that would more or less be me done. Now uninstall the game. I mean, what I really should have done is taken a local recording so I can do a review on this, but I'll see how the Twitch footage looks. I'll try and download that. So if that looks okay, then yeah, I can uninstall the game. But if they're not, then I need to play it again. Well, at least it would be less dilly-dallying while I fuck about with that sailor puzzle. That's good. The higher kilobits per second will help, and just by sheer virtue of having fewer individual things moving on screen at once, really helps it. God, I used to get some of the footage for Point and Quickie in like 10,000 kilobits per second, something ridiculous. That was not needed. There was not enough movement to justify putting it that high. But before I go and before I forget, there is something that we must discuss. As always, it is this thing here. It is that Space Quest Historian Stream Marathon, what a bunch of us are doing on December 29th, 2018. Hopefully I can get through this whole description without getting distracted this time. So it starts at 12 PM CET, which I think I am an hour ahead. Someone was in the chat yesterday and she knows all these things. And indeed we have Gemini in the chat what is going to take part. So this is 9 people, not as good as Ramp It Up. Maybe you could convince them to play it, I don't know. So yeah, 9 of us taking 2 hours each, streaming over 18 hours in a marathon or a tag team. You know, it says both in this poster, so we're covered. Featuring the likes of Papaya Chemist, The Wanderer 1990, Gemini Does Games, Summer Beast 76, Awesome Monster, Alexander Mejia, also known as Human Interact, Rizalka, and some ginger cunt. So that should be fun. We're showcasing the Adventure Games of 2018, and we're also soliciting donations to go towards Girls Make Games. Who, yep, there's a website on that poster there up in the top left. You can find out about all the good work they do and decide whether or not you're going to donate. We're not going to say outright donate to these people. That's a bit harsh, but we would heavily encourage it because it's kind of most of the reason that we're doing this stream marathon. Yeah, I really don't know where to go after that game. It just sort of happened, and especially the way it just sort of ended. And not only just ended, but went back to the framing device, gave something of an epilogue, which just raised further questions, and twice said, that's a story for another time. It was bizarre. I'll go back to the face cam for a second. So yeah, that was kind of on the disappointing side. That's my second time playing through this as well. And I don't really see anyone defending it in the chat, so I don't know what I can say at this point. Apart from the fact that yeah, I'm pretty much done here. I will rest my voice and we'll drop in again tomorrow. Speaking of dropping, I've apparently dropped some frames, so yeah, I'll need to reduce that 5,000 to 4,000 kilobits per second. I will be back tomorrow night at the same time, hopefully, if I can get enough people in the audience to participate as we actually pronounce it. Then I'm thinking Jackbox Party Pack 3, mostly because that's the one I actually have and I love playing Quiplash, but I could be open to, you know, maybe splashing out on another Jackbox Party Pack should anybody have a favourite game that they wish to see played. But yes, I think that is it. That is me. I am done. And I thank you for dropping by the stream, saying the words, and accompanying me on this mediocre adventure. Thank you again. I shall see you soon. Still not out of fucking frame.